Welcome back to Stu Studio, Conservative Takes on Music. This past weekend was Lollapalooza 2026 in Grant Park in Chicago, Illinois. Ever since 1994, Lollapalooza has been the mecca of hipsters and music lovers, a place to spend all your money to listen to music live that you have only heard through the screen of your phone. And this year was just about as big as it's ever been. They built a massive Ferris wheel in the middle of the festival between the two major stages, and they tried to make that a pit stop, like a concession point, something to give people a little break while standing on their feet still. But the festival was still a massive success. These are just some of the bands: Somber, Blood Orange, Lil Uzi Vert, Horse Girl, The Story So Far, Loathe, Whitney, Geese, Baby No Money. Ricky, can you get out of here? The Chainsmokers, Hot Mulligan, Eli Brown, and many, many more. Now, as you might have guessed, most of this music is not for me. I probably would have seen like 10 of these bands of the 100 or so listed, but there were plenty of fun moments even in those groups. Like Olivia Dean was joined on stage by Sam Fender, and likewise, Stella Lefty brought her boyfriend Vincent Mason on stage for a duet, saying that it meant so much to her to be able to perform with someone who has been such an inspiration in her creation of music. 5 Seconds of Summer had a marketing ploy selling chicken boxes with each of their signature sauces of each band member. None of them included sriracha, so I'm a little bit disappointed in them, but hey, they're pop punk, it's fine. Beba Doobie's set looked energetic, and I found her on Facebook at least 5 years ago when she was just writing music on her own, so it's really cool to see her have such a big following now. Lorde was joined on stage by Charlie XCX for their song Girl So Confusing. Probably the best music that either of them have put out in 10 years, if not more. And Charlie XCX seemed to have a lot more fun with the water fountain that Lorde brings out than she did. Turnstile had a daytime set, bringing some East Coast hardcore and post-hardcore to a hipster music festival, which I absolutely love. Their crowd wasn't nearly as big as some of the headliners or some of the other big acts, but everyone that turned out for Turnstile really turned out. Some guy in the audience took his moment on camera to hold up a message on his phone saying Free Palestine, and I didn't know that there were that many gay or Jew haters in the audience, but I guess there were because a lot of people cheered for him. And the crowd started chanting Fuck ICE before their last song, Birds. But it is Chicago, so I am not surprised at all. But the biggest moments from Lollapalooza 2026 are from the set from Smashing Pumpkins. This is a huge surprise. This band was biggest in the 90s. They're known for heavy alternative rock, for something kind of shoegazy. And Billy Corgan has a quiet personality that can still dominate a room. What's going most viral about their set are their guest spots. Youngblood joined them on stage just an hour after finishing his set to sing the song Luna, and Olivia Rodrigo joined them on stage to sing 33, both of which are deep cuts, and I would not expect casual listeners of Smashing Pumpkins to know either of those. And what might be even crazier is neither of those songs are high energy. They don't pick up or have some crazy dynamics. They kind of stay at a low energy level the entire time. So if you were just picking a Smashing Pumpkins song that would be the most fun to sing in front of 100,000 people, neither of those would be the songs you'd pick. And yet they were both received enthusiastically by the entire crowd. This is only the second time that Smashing Pumpkins have played Lollapalooza since 1994, back when it was touring around the country before they settled in Chicago, even though Billy Corgan is a longtime Chicagoan. What I really think that this highlights is that rock and roll isn't back, it never left. It's just picking back up. No one is surprised that Youngblood knows a deep cut Smashing Pumpkins song. We know that he is an Ozzy Osbourne ride or die, so he definitely grew up on heavy classic rock or alternative rock. But it is a little bit surprising that Olivia Rodrigo knows all the words to 33. Judging by how young she rose to stardom, it wouldn't be surprising if her parents were huge music nerds and exposed her to just about everything when she was growing up. So maybe that is a song that actually holds real memories for her. And Smashing Pumpkins had probably the biggest crowd of the entire festival. Again, it could be people who grew up listening to their music because their parents forced them to, and now they've kind of grown to like it. But at least it's real music, it's real rock and roll, and it is still dominating a festival with mostly pop artists on the lineup. The most attention that Lala has gotten this year was either from Smashing Pumpkins or from the mud on day 3. Grant Park was so wet and muddy that they actually had to push gates back until 3 p.m. So some artists had to either shorten their set or cancel entirely. But that did not stop this one girl from standing in the mud while event staff built barriers around her, or these two girls from mud wrestling in the middle of a set. But come to think of it, it is reminiscent of pictures we all grew up seeing from Woodstock. So at least in that sense, it is a real rock festival. But mostly I love seeing that a rock band like Smashing Pumpkins upstaged the other headliners, which included Lord, John Summit, Charlie XCX, Olivia Dean, Jenny, Tate McRae, and for some reason, the XX. I don't know if the XX has been blowing up on TikTok lately, or if the most hip thing now is to find a hipster band from the 2010s, but no moments from the XX's set are going viral. We've just got low-energy Billy Corgan playing an actual distorted guitar and whining his tried and true rock songs, which is about the best that I can hope for society. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Stu Studio, and remember, Jesus loves you.